guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Story. We're here with two of our favorite people, I think, in the world. They're youngins, they're Gen Z, they're awesome. But we want to say thanks for tuning in this week for another episode. It's going to be a good one, and I probably say that about all the episodes, but this one I think is going to be fun. Yeah?
Be interesting for sure.
Yeah. All right, well, let's start off with our awesome guests. Introduce yourselves. We have Kamalei and Dylan here. Kamalei, tell us about yourself.
Hi. Hello, hi. I'm Kamalei. I'm 15 and I'm a freshman at Kamalei. And yeah, I love Baja Blast.
Yes.
Baja Blast.
If you don't love Baja Blast, and you're missing out on life.
Wow, that's me then. I'm missing out.
Yeah,
all right.
you are.
You don't like Baja Blast?
I don't think I've ever tried it really.
We're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't think I've tried it. He gets it all the time. So, anyways. All right. Anyways, Dylan, tell us about you.
My name is Dylan, and I am 15. I go to Mauna High School, and I am a sophomore.
Wow. And do you like Baja Blast?
It's all right. I like the lemonade one better, but...
What?
Her face, she's like, what the? Anyway.
What's wrong with you?
Just a tad bit little.
You're interesting.
Yeah, whatever.
How do we know you guys? I think we should start there, actually. Yeah. How do we... Well, we know you guys from church, obviously. And for those people who... we've said it before, but we serve at our church, and we serve in the youth ministry. And these two also serve with us. They've been
They grew up, they came through the youth ministry, and now they serve in the youth
well, yeah.
They're still in the youth ministry.
They're still in the youth ministry. They're youth. They're awesome. But I think I've known you longer than Dylan, because I have pictures of you when you literally look like a baby. Well, not a baby, but you're probably like, what, 9, 10, maybe?
I have no idea.
Crazy. And then Dylan, we've known for almost as long, I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. And because they're so young, they're Gen Z, they're cooler than us, they're more trendy, we're millennials. We are gonna start off with some Gen Z words, and they're gonna tell us the definition. I think we kind of know most of them, I feel like.
I just learned them like last week, so.
Yeah. So they're gonna tell us what the word means and then like use it. Make sense? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start off with stan.
Like, what?
Well,
Like stan, like S-T-A-N. What does that mean?
Stan.
I don't know.
You guys don't know?
I don't know. Bro, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
like-
know that one either.
Okay, that one I actually know. It's like, you know when they say, oh, I stan Kamalei. You know that? You've never heard that?
Never heard of that.
What kind of Gen Z are you guys?
They're
Hey,
actually not normal
they're like-
Gen Z.
Yeah, I
They actually like play outside and stuff.
They actually go to the fresh
we
air.
grew up
baby.
good outside,
Yeah.
you know? Nah.
You never heard stan
I
then?
never heard stan
Wow.
before.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, what about dank?
I mean, I've heard it like once, but I don't know
actually
what
don't
it
know
is.
what
I
this
know
one is.
somebody who goes by the name of Dank, but
Oh
I
my god.
never heard
Like,
the
is it like
term
so dank?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna, wait, do you know the definition?
No, I don't.
Why don't you look up the definition?
Wow,
I
before
had
this?
them, but then I got rid of it. Anyways.
I'm gonna give my best definition of
Okay.
dank. Dank sounds like a verb or like an adjective, like, oh, it stink, or like, you know,
It
it's so
could be.
dank.
Oh, you Dank.
It sounds like
Yeah.
junk, like
Yeah.
so dank that.
Yeah.
Ugh,
All right,
It
we'll
sounds
never
like
know,
a
I guess.
negative word.
That doesn't
That's what
sound
it
right.
Yeah.
You fact check it on your phone right now, and then
You
we'll come back to
Urban
that.
Dictionary.
You
Okay.
you smell very dank today.
Yeah. Ghosting.
Oh, I know that one.
Kamalei does that a lot.
No,
Oh wow.
I do not.
Shots fired.
Excuse
Kamalei does that a
me.
lot.
Okay, what does it mean? Like, use it in a sentence or something for people who don't know. Like, what would you say ghosting is?
Like I'm ghosting Dylan. I'm not talking to him. I'm leaving him undelivered. I'm leaving him on red. Not talking to him at all.
Period. Ghosting. Okay. Next one, cap.
Cap. Oh, yeah. Kamalei also does that a lot.
What does that mean
I was
though?
kidding.
You know what? I'm getting bullied right now.
Dank is a street drug.
What?
Street drug manufactured by none other than
I don't
Mr.
think that's
J.
right. I'm gonna
No,
look at that later.
actually it is, because I remember. Or
Oh
like
my-
sticky.
How fun.
Sticky stinky. Okay, that's the
Stinky,
one.
right?
So cap, what does cap mean?
That was cap right there. That was cap.
I don't even know
What
what
does
that
that
means.
mean?
What does that mean?
Cap.
I've
is
heard
like,
no cap.
There's like when you don't lie, basically. It's no lie. Basically, that's what cap is.
Like straight facts. No cap.
Okay. No
Ballin'.
cap.
I don't know.
All right.
Ballin'.
This one I've heard TFW.
Oh.
That little acronym. Is that bad?
It's
Not. The one I looked up wasn't bad.
TFW.
Oh, the one I know is kind of like
That feeling when.
it's a so
Is that bad?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. TF.
I should have done acronyms
Use
too, like
Instagram.
the different ones.
yeah, so kind of is, but kind of I mean
thought it was
is
like
bad.
that feeling when you whatever, I don't know, when you eat a taco.
Yeah, it's that feeling when it can be positive or negative.
Oh, okay.
A positive or negative
Wait,
statement.
Wait, what was
Oh,
TFW?
TFW.
That feeling when.
Oh.
Not.
He said,
Oh,
"Oh,
I thought it was
what you
the
know?
other
What you know?"
Not WTF.
WTF.
Well, public school, man.
I was trying to figure out.
He said WTF. That's what you thought?
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right, sheesh.
Oh, I don't know. It was just something that was made up like
Yeah.
a long
It-
time
it-
ago in a video.
Let me tell you, it's been around for years. Sheesh. Like, when something,
Nalu says it a lot.
it just became trendy on TikTok.
I don't know. I
But
heard
when
it,
something
I heard it
crazy
in a song.
happens. Yeah, oh yeah.
In a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in a
But what do you use it for? Like, how would you use sheesh?
Like, instead of using shiz, sheesh.
No.
No, I
People
think
don't just
sheesh,
go around and say
sheesh,
sheesh.
It's like G. I don't know.
Like G's, like
like
gosh,
G's, like
sheesh.
I
Yeah.
don't know. That's what I use it. I'll be like,
I
that
just saw-
taco was good.
I just saw it in like a trend or
Okay,
something.
that makes
It was
sense.
like,
When you make it sound like G's, it's
Yeah, because like I grew up saying that, like
Yeah.
sheesh. Like what the
okay, yeah.
Sheesh.
Got it. All right, hits different. How would you use that in a sentence?
Oh.
That taco hit different, bro.
That Baja Blast hit different.
Bro. That I don't know.
All right, moving on. Bet. My youngest sister used to use bet all the time. I'm like,
He
Yeah.
dude,
uses
like,
bet a
yeah.
lot.
what is it like? How would you explain it?
Like, so when you're like down for something, like when I'm game, I always tell people I bet. Like I'm
Okay.
Okay, bet.
So instead of saying like I'm down, you just say okay, bet.
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 Okay. All right. Sending me.
What?
Like
Sending?
that's sending me?
Yeah.
Bro, that's like you're dying. Like
Like,
That's
it's sending
sending,
you to
bro.
the grave. You're done.
Sending you to the grave.
Like right now
Not.
she's sending me because she's laughing so hard.
What does that mean though?
It's like,
Bro, like,
when
if I
you
see
go
something
rolling
irritating-
and you start rolling on the
Oh,
ground and
yeah.
laughing and you can't stop laughing.
me 24/7.
Got it. Okay. All right. Speaking of you guys being Gen Z, that's kind of like the topic of today's podcast because I feel, and I'm a little bit guilty of doing this, I'm not going to lie, of like looking at Gen Z as like not horrible people, but I think they just you guys get a bad rep.
Well,
And-
even millennials too.
Well, millennials too. We're
The
millennials.
younger the
Yeah,
generation,
for sure.
I guess worse.
But I think Gen Z, like, there's just a lot these days. And before, I used to be like, Gen Z is so like this and like that, and I'm like, come on.
uneducated.
Yeah, uneducated.
Arrogant.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, go down the list.
Don't know
But,
what they're talking about.
yeah.
Sheltered.
Okay, you know what?
I'm not
Calm
talking about you
down.
guys. I'm talking in general.
Yeah.
That's what their rep was. No?
Yeah. And I still think obviously people are gonna think what they think, right? But
Yeah.
when I thought about it even deeper, I'm like, you know what? And maybe I'm just around like good kids like you guys and stuff, but I'm like, not all Gen Z is bad. So I don't want to generalize it and be like, oh, Gen Z is this, Gen Z is that, and blah, 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 blah. Gen Z's lazy. That's another one too. Do you guys think you're lazy?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really lazy.
I mean, we're all kind of lazy in different ways, right? But anyways, I wanted you guys to talk about like, what is it like being in Gen Z? And have you ever, like, from adults or even millennials or people who are older been like hated on because you're Gen Z, or like looked at a certain way because you're so young and this generation is so different than the other generations?
Whenever I'm on my phone, or all of us are like on the phone and we're like all together, like our whole like family group and everything. And he's like, get off your rectangles. Like, he doesn't call it a phone, he calls it a rectangle.
That's awesome.
And he's like, you guys have each other, use your mouths and speak.
I don't know. My family does the same thing too, though.
Yeah.
Like me and my siblings too. Like especially now, because my brother has a phone, and so like all of us kids, like we all live together and we all have phones now.
Yeah.
And then we would always be on my phone. And my dad's, he's home most of the time, but not all the time. And we would, like, last night, for instance, or no, a couple of nights ago, I forget, we were on the phone at the dinner table. He was pissed.
Yeah.
He was mad because we normally don't do that.
Yeah.
And which is something our generation is also attached to, our phones.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I think we're like both good at it though, like, cause we both grew up like outside, hanging out with family. We know like we know our limits. We know that like it's kind of dumb to just be on your phone all the time.
Right.
I find it boring. I get sick of it, but here I am, still on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we struggle with that too. Like sometimes we'll be like, literally at night, if we're not watching TV, sometimes we'll just be like scrolling on TikTok, like mindlessly.
You scrolling on TikTok.
You on Facebook News. He's on Facebook News a lot.
I'm reading articles.
Grandpa. Say grandpa.
Yeah, I'm reading something, some kind of article or something.
And I don't even know what
On
I'm
mindless
doing. Yeah,
things.
mindless
Yeah.
TikTok. But no, yeah, it's hard for sure. And then like, so you said you guys grew up, or would you say that too, Dylan? Did you grow up more going outside?
Well, yeah, it was kind of like, it wasn't forceful, but my parents always encouraged us to play sports. And I actually, from a young age, I played baseball, soccer, basketball, like all types of sports. And basically forcing us to go outside,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you just played your first season, right? Is this
High
your first
school
or second?
football.
Of high school football.
Of high school football, yeah.
It was fun, like, preparing with them and, like, always going to practice with them because it did get me better on
Yeah.
the long run.
How's the culture in like high school sports now? Because you paddle, right? For the school, you play football. Like how's that culture? Because for us, like, I mean, I was in high school. I graduated. What do you mean? 12 and a half years ago. And the culture has changed a lot, I think, because now that I'm coaching, sports, like we didn't have phones, or our phones couldn't record videos or anything back then, right? And so, but now, like, I see the culture kind of changing, where everyone's always on their phone. Like during water break, they're on their phone.
What, really?
Yeah,
For real?
or like in the
You
locker
can?
room,
I
they're on
can't.
the phone.
No, wait, you guys cannot do that?
No,
Or-
our phones are always in our lockers.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I mean, because you guys are on the field, your locker room is, right? In basketball, it's like right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how is that the culture for you guys in high school sports? Like, I don't know. Are you guys heavily influenced by things, or?
I mean, with paddling,
I mean, you can't have your phone out in the ocean.
yeah, but I think when we're at paddling, we haven't had that much practices like in the water because of Corona and everything, which is so stupid to me.
Yeah.
But I think once we put our phones away, we're good for practice, and we all get to talk and be amongst ourselves. But when my brother then paddled and my sister and I'd go to their practices or go to their races, it always seemed like such a happy environment, and I'd always I can't speak. I'd always look forward to it in high school because it looked so fun. Like all the races, there was always tents set up, there's plenty of people, everyone's cheering, everyone's laughing, everyone's just having a good time.
Engaging with each other.
Yeah. But now with Corona and everything, there's so much rules and it's so irritating to me. Just let us live our lives. Jeez.
Hey, I agree. Yeah. Well, that's another thing too. That's very different for us compared to you guys. When we were in high school, there was no virtual learning. Obviously, there was no pandemic back then. There was none of that. And so, I mean, I don't know how long you guys were.
There was a pandemic, but we didn't shut anything down.
Yeah, but how long have you guys been out of school? Like for that period, was it a year you guys were doing virtual learning?
I was for 2 years, yeah.
What?
Well, actually,
Or
mine
like a
was,
year and a half.
mine was like half of my year because they let me go back to school. Like just me, not the other students, because I was like, I don't know what you call it. I signed up for like hybrid learning.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like half days in school. I would go like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Wednesday I would stay at home. So
Yeah. So that, I feel like if that were me, and I've just talked to other people like Malia and all them stuff, I'm like, dude, if that were me, I don't know if I, like, how do you even get through that? So like, tell, for people who don't know what it's like, what was it like during the pandemic and virtual learning? What were like the bad parts of it? And maybe if there is good parts, what are the good parts of it too?
Well, I was online for a year and a half. Yeah. And I think that's when our phones became our life and like our technology became everything, because that was all we had connection like to everyone. That's how we talked. So I was on my phone 24/7. I was talking to friends or just watching stuff. And I think before that, like there wasn't that much of a addiction, but then during that time, everyone was just in tune with their phone and it was just, I wish it didn't have, like.
Yeah.
Did have its flaws to it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did cheat on a test.
On a test?
Yeah, a couple of tests. But
just like a test?
yeah, I mean,
you had the Google window open.
Yeah, I did. But
they caught on though.
It did have its flaws, but at the same time, it kept me from staying in shape, I guess, because right after I stopped, or actually during the pandemic, I kind of stopped working out and doing like sports. And my dad would make me work out here and there, but I never really did it on my own, which kind of held me back, and not held me back, but kind of like pushed me back in the long run, because when I went back, I was out of shape. I was like running laps and breathing heavily and coming home all tired.
Speaking of that, when I came back to paddling, the first practice, I never run for like 2 years, you know. and they ran laps, and I was like a few weeks behind. And so I came back, I ran 1 lap, and I threw up.
1 lap?
Yeah.
Around the track?
No, like around the parking lot. and I threw up, and I was like, well, I don't know if I could say this, but I was like, Mom, it's because I'm on my mutty. And she was like, no, you're out of shape, sis. And I was like, whatever.
Oh my gosh. In front of everybody too?
You're that
kid. Behind the dumps. Hey, you know what?
What?
No, there's always that one kid on every team that throws up during conditioning.
Dude, I feel like I was very close to throwing up during conditioning. Bruh. Conditioning?
Not me.
Dude, there was a kid on my team who broke his knee from conditioning.
What?
Yeah, like, so I don't know what was going on in his head. He was just like, we were running laps, and he seemed like okay kid, but he never played football or any sports before. So we were like, he was pushing it though. Like he was trying to like run as fast as he can, and then he got to the like maybe 5 yards before the finish line. He just fell to the ground. And then he grabs his knee, and then he tries to crawl to the finish line. I'm like, bro, you just lie down, you're hurt. Don't do that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that reminds me, I mean, it's not similar. I didn't break my knee or anything like that. But when I was I had to have been in like 8th grade or 9th grade, I was doing track and field. And I was a long distance runner. And this is like my first year ever doing track. And I hated running. I don't know why I did it. I think I just did it to join a sport. And I know all the rules. They always say pace yourself and all that stuff, but I'm doing the mile run. And this is like during, what is it called? Not the games, but
track
what are they
meet?
called? Track meets. Wow. And I'm going, right? First lap, I'm in first place. Second lap, first place. Third lap, I'm just like going, and I'm proud of myself. I'm running, I'm doing my thing, right? Here we go on the last lap of the mile run.
Everyone passes you.
Bro. No, I was like good the whole time. It was the last stretch. You know the last sprint that you're supposed to do?
100 yards.
Dude, it was the most embarrassing thing. All I see is like me running, and I'm like slowing down because I was like sprinting the whole time, right? You're supposed to pace yourself. I'm like going. I'm like, I'm first. Oh no, here goes people past me. And all I see is my dad and my family, them in the stands, like cheering me on. Like my dad's yelling like, Alyssa, run! Like he's angry. He's like, what are you doing? Run! And then they're like all yelling at me. I'm like so disappointed. I'm like slowing down. I don't even know what place I got, but it wasn't even like first, second, or third. It was so embarrassing, dude. It was like one of those movies where you're literally like everybody's passing you. I didn't get last place, but I probably got like 7th. But
I thought you were gonna say you fell.
Oh, no.
Finish line.
At least you ran. No, speaking of track and field, I got kicked off our high school track and field team for not running.
What? So what did you do? Just sit there?
Just hung out at practice.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, okay. So back to, let's talk about TikTok. Are you on TikTok? I know you do TikTok.
Yeah.
Are you on TikTok?
With my family, mostly. I don't normally go on TikTok myself.
Oh, okay. But do you have one?
I do not have one.
Oh, snap. Okay. TikTok? I love the ones that you do with your dad, honestly. I think they're the best. You and Ruby.
I'm surprised they're not going viral.
Who? Oh,
I don't know. What is this?
What's trending on TikTok?
Do you guys care about pop culture?
Nope. I
thought
do
so.
not care.
I was gonna ask them like earlier on because I love pop culture.
I know what that is.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Like it's like the celebrity news.
You gotta
like,
understand. Like we're talking to two like super local kids.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, I was gonna ask you guys if you cared about pop culture because I'm like, what do you think about Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian dating? But I knew you guys gonna be like, I don't care.
Oh, I know Pete Davidson. He's funny.
He is funny.
Anyways, I'm such a pop culture junkie. So anyways, okay, annoying. Local kids, that makes sense to why things are very different.
I think it's different.
Yeah.
Like from here and the continent.
The continent? It's a big word for you.
Hey, come here to school. Oh yeah, the continent.
I know. I never heard anybody say the continent.
The continental US, that's what it's.
I know,
it's not
but
my
I never heard
mainland.
anybody.
Or people call it the 48.
Okay, I've never heard that.
You never heard that?
No.
48?
The continental US, that's... Anyways,
go
ahead. Continue on before we really interrupt you.
Sad Friday's 49, so it's 40.
No, 48 because there's 48 states in the continental US. Alaska and Hawaii are its own.
Yeah, because Alaska's attached to what, Canada? Like it's not attached to
the
continent. Anyways, continue on. What were you
technically
saying?
it is.
I have no idea.
Learn something every day.
What was I saying?
It's very different. You said it's very different.
Yeah, because literally Hawaii kids are another breed.
We are.
Literally, I mean, I can't speak for people on the continent because I've never lived there.
We grow up. It's a different lifestyle here. Like, although we have technology and all that, like we still play outside.
Yeah.
The beach
nice.
and
the
culture's just different.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's just you come here, it's different.
Yeah.
I also feel like the parents here,
oh yeah,
like they will keep you in check. Yeah. Whereas like I know other parents who kind of just like don't do that. And I'm not saying one way is right or wrong, but like my mom, that's like in the Spanish culture. Like you rarely see, maybe nowadays it's different, but like growing up, all my Spanish family and all my Spanish friends, like, you would get like the belt whipped to you. Like I got spankings plenty times growing up. And like, I feel like local people and local parents are kind of similar. Like they'll lay down the hammer if they need to. They're not like pushovers.
Yeah, I got a lot of lickers growing up, and I still do to this day actually. But
you gotta do what you gotta do.
I got lickings
right?
all the way through high school too.
No, yeah, seriously.
Then I got smart. Just didn't come home.
Well, we were just talking about this the other day with some of our friends about like how we used to like. Well, I call them Spankies growing up. But like the worst was when, for my mom at least, like when she would like, lay down the hammer and stuff. And then you would try to act like it didn't hurt. Oh, yeah. That was even worse. Yeah. Then you would get it even worse.
You ever get hit and it's like, why are you crying? Like, I don't know.
It's like you can't win. Yeah?
I just remember when I was little, with our neighbors, we used to fill up our tubs, like, like the gray containers, fill them up with water and just be amused for all
just
day.
Sit in it. Like that's your like personal swimming pool.
Yeah. One time we found a turtle in our garage and we kept it as a pet. I don't know how long that turtle was there or how long it survived.
Where were you living at that time?
By your guys' house.
Oh, Salt Lake?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
Well, we talked a lot about like the harder parts of being in Gen Z and the rep you guys have and all that stuff. But what are some of the good things? Like growing up in high school now and just being a young person in today's day and age, what are some of the good things from it that you guys have maybe learned from it or some of the good things that you guys see in your friend group happening that are really positive?
Well, I don't know if it's just our generation or it's just local people down here, but I feel that it's not so much bullying anymore. Like it's more of like welcoming in people, and they don't really like care like if you're this or that. It's more of, well, yeah, it's just like a normal friend group, but just I don't really see that much bullying anymore.
That's good.
I feel.
I remember I just saw, like, I was remembering your mom's post from, like, recently about you with your football, and you got some kind of, like, recognition or something, right?
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Defensive? Is that just for, like, your school or just in general? Like, with all the public schools?
No, it was just for our school.
Nice.
So,
she said, too, in it that, like, something about you loving people, and, like, was that the reason why you joined football? Or no?
Loving to hit people.
No.
That too.
No, but you are a people person, right?
Yeah,
definitely. You thrive around people and all that stuff. That's really cool. Okay, what is your positive? What?
No,
Why are you giving me that face?
What face?
Okay, what's your
making
positive?
eye contact. My positive in my friend group, I don't know. It was just this year, bro. Like, my friend group is such a good friend group. Like, one girl, she's like super invested in the Lord, and I love that. And our whole friend group is like pretty, like, I've taken them to church. We've talked about the Lord together. We've done life together, which is something I've never had in like a school friend group before, ever. And I was just like, wow, like this is cool.
Awesome.
I mean, that's dope.
Yeah.
Friend group is super cool. They came to thrive.
Yeah, they came to thrive, and yeah, I love hanging out with them.
That's the thing that's different about you guys too, obviously, than a lot of like Gen Z, is your faith, and like you guys both come to church, you believe in Jesus, and I feel like nowadays it's harder to be a Christian because whenever people hear the word Christian, there's been a lot of Christians who have kind of ruined it for Christians who are not mean and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like with the word Christian comes a lot of like, oh, that automatically means that you are judgmental. That automatically means that you're religious and all this stuff.
Or you think you're better than.
You think you're better than, yeah, exactly. So we'll end with this because I think like you guys are pretty good examples of young people that we know that like, you know, follow Jesus, but are not like weird about it. It's not like you're walking around like, hey guys, I'm a Jesus freak and here's my Bible.
Normal.
You know what I mean? Like you guys are so normal, but you still are like good kids who show Jesus's love, especially because you guys serve with us in the youth. So we'll end it with this. Why is your faith so important, and how has it gotten you through like these high school days?
My faith, it's just something I've always grown up with. Like, I've never known a life without it. So why would I want a life without it? I mean, it's brought me so much friendship, so much memories. Like, this church, it's not just the church I come to every Sunday, which I don't, but it's a... Okay, wait, no, not like that. Like, I come a lot.
Yeah.
Like, there's a point in time where I used to come here, like, every single day.
Yeah.
Like, jeez. It's like my...
Pre-COVID, yeah.
Yeah. It's like my second home over here.
Yeah.
And it's my second family. And I just love everyone. It's... I don't... Is that the question?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not good at answering questions.
No, that was good. That was good. Because that's how I feel like we feel the same way. Like it's our second home. We're here every day. And it's like our community, our people. All right, Dylan, what about you?
I wasn't really, like, I didn't grow up in this church.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really like a church-going type of person before. Like, I don't know, I would never really got into the Lord until, I think it was, I was in 5th grade, 6, one of those.
Ignite, yeah.
Ignite.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just, I don't know. I guess I think it's because, like, this church, honestly, too, because not much people are, like, welcoming in as this church. Like, New Hope has brought a lot of, like, they bring a lot of the energy towards people, like, towards Christians in general. Like they bring the energy the best. I think because when I first came, they were so welcoming and just opened the doors right towards us, and it kind of moved me in a way to love Jesus more. I love coming to church more because it was so fun being here.
Yeah, and it helps too, right? Like when you have people like Shawnee and Jesse and Paul and now Nalu, like just I don't know, making church fun.
Yeah.
And especially for youth. It's cool to see you guys like growing up in the church too, and just like growing up to be the people you are. And I've only known you guys for as long as I've known Alyssa, 6 years maybe, 5-6 years. And yeah, I mean, a lot has happened within the last 5 years, a lot of good things, and it's awesome to see 15-year-olds like you guys like passionate about God and passionate about loving people and community and serving and not making life just about you and yourself, but like actually like making life about loving people and loving God. So
yeah. And being able to see you guys come in as little students, 4th and 5th graders to Ignite, like actually just absorbing and being a student and coming and playing the games to now helping, I mean, you with worship and helping with the games and all that stuff. And the same with you, Dylan, with what you do to Ignite. It's actually crazy to think about. Like,
what's your favorite memory of them?
Oh my gosh.
I know Pono's
listen,
for me.
I have, okay, you share it because I have horrible memory, so it takes me a minute.
So Dylan's sounds like this. His memory is like this.
What is that?
The 2 holes in the wall.
Oh, snap. I forget that's you.
Yeah,
I
Chris
forget
too.
that's you. Wait, Chris who?
Wait, who was pushing you on the chair?
Big
One of the
Chris,
big-
someone.
Oh.
No, it wasn't him. I didn't know him at the time.
No, he
No, but
did. No,
there-
he
yeah.
did one of them. There was 2.
Yeah, there's 2.
snap.
Yours was the second one.
Okay.
So who was pushing you on the chair? One of the Burgess brothers?
I think it would have been
Probably.
Ben.
Ben,
Oh,
maybe.
I thought it was
It was
Jesse.
Ben.
No.
No, Jesse would have.
No, Jesse only breaks his teeth.
Yeah. So that's my favorite memory of Dylan is his 2 feet going through the wall that we just patched up from the week before. My memory for Kamalei would be that Christmas performance of yours at your old school.
No!
Big wheels keep on turning.
That was terrible.
Oh, Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
The Tina
Remember
Turner
that?
era.
Yeah.
That was really
I want to
bad.
see that.
No, that was
cute.
good
I might have a
times.
video actually.
No,
I don't
that was
know.
I wanna
terrible.
see
Maybe
that.
I'll insert it. I'm
No!
just kidding. No, I won't.
I came across
I
a
won't.
picture of us after her performance. Yeah.
That literally.
That
Or
is
the Big Island. We were in Big
crazy.
Island for the.
Oh,
yeah,
that
that
was
was
fun.
That was a fun trip.
For the halal thing. Yeah, that was fun. That's a good memory actually.
Yeah.
The halal trip. And then, bro, I don't know, just anytime that you're just acting like a kook, which is pretty often.
All the time.
Yeah, anytime on the weekends, honestly, because it's always just so fun. And then same for Dylan. Like, I don't know, we just have so much fun at Ignite and Amplify.
There's not one thing that stands
Dude,
out.
you know me. It takes me
Oh, yeah,
literally like
true.
20 minutes to
Sure,
think
remember
of
it
one
when we get home. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. There's so much.
There's so many.
What about you guys? What's your guys' favorite memories of Alyssa or of us?
Alyssa. Pono.
I think Alyssa's one was the rapping. It just caught me off guard.
What a legend.
It
Insert
just
clip
caught me
here.
off.
Dare
I'm not
You
inserting
better
any
insert that clip, bro.
clip. No, I'm not.
Else I'm gonna.
It was like I didn't know. It was like, what, she can rap.
When was that?
Bro, she's
like
such a-
recently?
Oh,
What do you mean?
It was
Phenomenal?
kind of, yeah, it was phenomenal.
Oh.
The first, that was
No,
I think-
she's like the rap master of NHO.
Yep, for sure.
We need a.
was
There's a
the
song with the
first
rap
time I
over.
ever
It's
heard
called
rap.
Literally, you
Alyssa.
have rapping Alyssa, wild people like Ufi and Jesse and everyone, and you have a cafe, bro. The strawberry milk. Not even gonna lie.
What are you saying right now?
Never mind.
I don't know either.
Wait, we serve strawberry milk here?
If you order it specially,
Ah.
I walk around church and I'm just like, hey.
Strawberry milk?
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll have many more memories to talk about later on. But thank you guys for being a part of the podcast. Like we said,
Thank you guys.
we think you guys are some of probably the best Gen Z people that we know, you know?
Let's go, Malia.
For now.
Take that.
Oh, and Malia. Like I said, some of the best, you know? Not the
Nah,
best.
she said the. She said the best.
No, I said some of the best.
Some of the best.
Yeah, some of the best. But thank you guys for coming on. And thanks everybody for tuning in to this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to tune in next week. We'll see you later on Let's Talk Story. Bye.